Welcome back to Women Cocktails and Whatever. It's your big little sis, De'Azia.
Chelle and De'Azia.
Hi, Booski.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm here.
You know, that's all I ask for most of the time.
I showed up.
I like having you around.
Came to work.
Bitch, so I'm a job. I'm a job, man.
I just show up to work. Show up to work.
Looking good.
I did my best.
I mean, it don't take that much.
To take a lot of work.
Work.
You know what? I didn't even how I meant to start this show, but I'm going to start it when we take this shot.
Oh.
Yep.
But I got to. Clinkity Clank. That's what I'm looking for.
Is it? Is that what you was looking for?
It wasn't, but you know, just what a woman need. Ain't that what the lyrics go? How the lyrics go?
What line did you say?
I don't know.
No, real quick, because I feel like that was right, but I was like,
what did I say though? I really don't know.
What?
Oh, that's just what a
That's
woman.
what I'm looking for. With a big bankroll and a bag of weed or whatever she be saying.
Yeah, okay.
She's such a mother. She's such a mother now. Then they had their baby.
I know.
And she was just like, man, my whole life, like, nothing feels like this. Like, I'm a mother. I was like, that's so, because I didn't see
Congratulations. Also to Sierra and Russell.
Congratulations to them.
Their fourth child.
Oh, child. Sierra love being pregnant. No shade, girl.
I mean, I would be pregnant by
It's just, I feel like we just see her flat tummy. Like soup, and now it's like pregnant belly.
Her flat tummy come back immediately.
Yeah.
Her flat tummy be like, and baby, gone. What's up? Hey, what's up? Hello. I feel like it's Future's fault. I feel like Russell get her pregnant every time Future drop this song.
And he be like, just to show you. And they can't never break up.
There's never. All signs indicate they not.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, anything happens in the years, but they can never break up.
Yeah, no.
Till death do us part.
I feel like they in it for the long haul.
I believe that wholeheartedly.
I feel like he might have secretly adopted baby Future.
As he should,
like,
if he hadn't.
In my head, like, even if he don't do it, I feel like
I'm surprised that he didn't. Like, in my head, that is his child.
I feel like
although I had a whole rant on No Chill about my other podcast. About Future, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes down into this rant.
That he's a deadbeat?
Well, we know that.
Oh, okay.
But my point is that people still support the deadbeat.
Always.
And I was like, it's fucked up that he gets to make all his money from doing what he's doing, and he does not provide child support at all.
Well, I don't think he gives Sierra child support, but his other 11 kids.
I mean, that's cool.
But
why this one excluded?
Because I think Russell was like, keep your little money. I think Russell said, "Big bank, take little bank, and your baby." I don't give a damn.
But I mean, he's not in his kid's life at all. And
he bought him a Rolex on like his 5th birthday or something like that.
Why a 5-year-old need a Rolex? Is neither here nor there.
I don't know.
But I had a whole rant about people always supporting or we should cancel this or we shouldn't support. But y'all don't not support deadbeat ass daddies. Yep. Like they should be included amongst the others
to cancel.
To cancel.
Priority, like priority. Let's cancel the people.
If you're not stepping up to be a father. Whatever that looks like,
one responsibility.
As another man, if we can sit here and hold everybody else accountable and cancel and not support other artists and celebs for whatever it is that they did that you don't know that they did or did not do, then the person that we know ain't doing nothing. Why are we still supporting them? I'm talking about people rock Future.
I feel like they have accepted the Future is like the fuckboy godfather, and they don't have expectation of him to do anything except for be a fuckboy. In which case, you don't expect him to take care of his kids or anybody else's or any other responsibility. You expect him to be
just saying, be an equal opportunist. If we going to do one thing over here, you need to do the same thing over there. Otherwise, don't do the same thing over there that you ain't going to do over here. That's all I'm saying. You can't pick and choose who you going to support and not support based off of what the shit they did. If they did the shit and you don't support it, you supposed to cancel like you do everybody else.
Period.
That's it. That's all. About this drink, though.
This is yours. I've been letting you rant until you got around to the part that has to do with the drink, because I don't know what's in this. I don't know. What's the name of it?
Oh.
We don't have one of those, eh?
Maybe.
Okay. It's grapefruit, is what I see. No.
That ain't the name. It's a whiskey thyme cocktail, but that is too straight on.
It's got to be something with thyme then, because you're not like good pun. Okay. moment in time.
A moment in time.
There we go.
That works with my idea because I was in my head like, it's my birthday week.
It's her birthday.
And I should have a celebratory drink.
You should. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what do I like? And I was like, herbal stuff. So this one was going to have something herbal, which is the time. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, I like whiskey. Mm-hmm. So we was going to put whiskey.
So 1 and 1 makes 3.
So the whole cocktail is 3 ounces of grapefruit juice, 2 ounces of the whiskey, a half an ounce of thyme simple syrup. So really that was thyme simple syrup and a little muddle. And then you put some ice in there, shake. Get your glasses, pour it over some ice, and garnish with a grapefruit and a thyme sprig, and this is what we have.
Pour it up. That's how we ball out. But I really don't know the lyrics to shit because I don't think that's what she said.
That sounded accurate to me.
It go with the thing. It tastes.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what it tastes like. As I was pouring, I was like, I was doing De'Azia pours.
I like that for you. That's nice. I like it. It tastes like ain't nothing in here. It tastes like,
man, and the way I was pouring.
Oh.
I was talking about I'm pouring in the cup, but I'm still pouring as I do like this. It was
pour. I don't know who told y'all you supposed to stop just because you got a little measuring to. Okay, what are we doing here?
That was the pour. So this is what we're gonna call Once Upon a Time.
Is that what we named it?
That's what you said.
I said a moment in time.
Oh shit, a moment in time.
You can call it Once Upon a Time. It's your
I like a moment in time because moment birthday in time now.
Okay, a moment in time. We'll make another one called it Once Upon a Time. It'll be the remix.
Oh no, we gotta do it Once Upon a Time. It's gotta be something very
sparkly.
I gotta have elixiry, sparkly type of.
We'll do that for next week.
Yeah.
I like this. Okay. I'm liking this. This is deadly though, because by the time I re-up the way you said you poured. Okay.
Okay, so sis.
Huh?
Hey sis.
Hey.
Hi sis.
Hi.
Gender woman. How you feel about that?
I hate you. Big much here. Like there's the big hate and then there's a little hate, and I'm here with you right now.
You can hate me now.
But I almost how do I feel about what? Being called a cisgender?
Yes.
I don't know. I'd be like, I'm a woman, so I don't.
I'm sure you.
I don't know what the prerequisites is. I don't care about them.
I'm sure you've been on the interwebs, and it's been like a bunch of conversation about cis, naturally born, transgender, etc., and it seems as if people are up in arms because naturally born women.
I feel like you're not supposed to say naturally born. Don't be offended. I saw that somewhere and it was like, can't say natural born.
What am I?
Atomically born? I don't know. It was just a comment. Keep going with your sentence.
And I was really over here trying to choose my words wisely, so that wasn't even. I'm like naturally.
Okay, keep going.
I'm like naturally born.
Because I feel like the reason that they don't
biologically born.
Maybe that's better.
Women.
Yeah.
Has a way about the term cisgender and would prefer not to be called cisgender.
I feel like I don't know what's the difference between a biologically born woman saying I don't want to be called cisgender woman. I don't know what the difference between that and someone who is a transgender woman saying I don't want to be called trans, I'm a woman. I don't really distinctively, if we get to decide what prerequisites and proposition, whatever it's called, we put on stuff
I am confused as if
that's technically the medical term though.
Yeah, I understand that. I get that. I read that. I found it is a medical term that all of a sudden everybody wants to use.
It's been around, we just wasn't looking at that part of it.
Exactly. Okay, cool. If you tell me that your pronouns is him and he and her and she and they and them, and I respect what you want to be called, right? If you want to say that I don't want to be called transgender, I want to be called a woman, and I respectfully say, okay, I'm going to call you a woman.
Why are you hostile when
Why
I
are
say
you
no
upset when I say that I don't want to be called sis? I don't understand that.
I don't understand I don't understand why that's an issue. Like, if the whole goal, for me, if at the end of the day, the whole goal is that if you identify as being a woman, you are called woman. I don't understand what the push to distinguish what type of woman you are and when woman became your pronoun or identifying factor. I don't know why there's such a big, like, you have to claim and take ownership of that. Like, if the whole goal is that, like, if we all women, we just all women, then why can't I just be like, okay, well then, no labels outside of woman?
So then there was the conversation of gatekeeping womanhood.
I feel like I saw the gatekeeping the period. And again,
okay, gatekeeping the
I
period.
be understanding stuff. Please do not cancel me. And hear me out that I'm very, very open to learning, and my limited what I think knowledge, please educate. But it be like,
I don't want this period. I don't know why you won't listen. Let me tell you
it's a period. Like, I feel like I understand again that there are transgender men who were biologically born with female function, identify as male, and have a period still. Therefore, they are not a woman having a period. I also understand that the reason you have a period is because at some point your identifying factor was woman or female. It's wrong. But like, also, okay, this is a complete sidebar, but not a sidebar. You know what would be weird about this whole conversation to me is because, like, historically in our culture, if a man goes, these females, you a certain type of person. Like, if you identify with saying, like, because females be tripping, that just triggers you in a very specific kind of way where you're like, you are taking away my humanity and existence, right? So it's weird now to have to be like, female, when for so many generations we tried to stop you from just calling me a female as a reductive kind of statement. So now it's like, I have to be okay with, like, reductive statements in a very specific context that I don't necessarily operate in. That made me be like, can you, like, identify what you want to, but please.
That part. Do you? Don't worry about me.
Now, let me say, yeah, there's also the other part of, like, it's very interesting to me, and I saw somebody had posted, like, a tweet online, and it was like, these conversations always happen in the realm of, like, women, and it's still socially, it's acceptable to continuously tell women how they're supposed to function and how they're supposed to behave and perform, but, like, on the flip side of that, when it comes to men and male and masculine identifying things, you don't really see this conversation as deep. And
if it is being seen, it's not like publicized. Like,
I was like, maybe we don't
some
see
type
it
of platform discussing. Like, I've never heard a man go out and be like, man, these females are trying to join our circle. And like,
so it's not that I haven't seen that, but what I've never seen a transgender man tell a cisgender man, like, you gatekeeping masculinity. Yeah. And this is how, like, that's the part of where I'm like, that's true. Not that it doesn't happen again. I'm sure it does happen because there are people who are anti-everything.
Yes.
But I think it's, like, more socially acceptable to criticize womanhood and femininity.
Maybe it's just me, but I promise you, I feel like things don't affect me. So, like, I don't dig too deep.
And it don't be that I don't care about the issue or that I'm not concerned with it. I respectfully, if we as women, sis, talk to me as a woman, like that.
And I asked too, like, I'm like, what if I realize that you're transgender or whatever the case is? I'm like, what do you want to call you? Yeah. Before I go in here, and because you look like a woman to me, don't mean you say you was a woman, and so I don't want to say woman. You understand?
Because you could identify as they or them.
Yeah, so I'm always kind of like,
until
before we go further. Yeah. What's your product? Okay, cool. So now we're on one page, and I'm being respectful. You being respectful of me, and let's just keep it forward. But I feel like the conversation it like took the interwebs in a blaze, and
I think it's also because of, like, the very targeted and not derogatory, but derogatory and, like, harsh comments around it that makes it, like, it's very inflammatory. Like, you don't get to talk it, and I just be like, I don't particularly care. Either, like, I don't need to make an inflammatory statement. I don't feel like you taking anything away from me. I don't, like.
By all means, I brought this conversation up just to kind of bring it up because it was brought to me to talk about on the show. So if there's any ignorance, please drop in the comments below. This is like not
charge it to true ignorance.
Yeah, because
lack of knowledge, not. But it's just it's an interesting conversation that keeps coming back.
I usually stay out of conversations like this, but somebody asked me to talk about it.
I be reading them and I just be like, why are we so mad about everything? But when it comes to like how you identify as whether it's like calling someone, if you're a woman, and then having to then distinguish between like cisgender, transgender, I don't know if there's something else, but it's just a very interesting, for me, I'm going to constantly be like, if the goal is that you identify with how you identify with, why is it wrong if I opt out of saying like I'm cisgender? Like, unless I'm in a medical, like if I'm at the hospital.
Unless I'm at the hospital of some sort.
Yeah, like if I'm at the hospital and then I have to be like, okay, so you know what type of care I need.
Then I always wondered if cis, when they be like, hey sis, was
if
that derogatory?
Yeah,
like if that was like cis as in girl or the whole time, it has been cis as a cisgender.
No, it has to be cis like sister because
that's what I was thinking.
Within the legitimities community.
The legitimities!
Well, in the
I like that! I hope that was not offensive. I like that.
I feel
what
like
did they say? The legitimate quas.
Legitimate quas. The names that people, because you got to fill in the blanks of what vowel goes in between.
I like either one.
But sorry. Like within the community, transgender women say that to each other.
Yeah,
so you can't be referring
That's
to
true.
cis as cis, because unless you got another function of how that can happen, I don't think it worked like that. What? That's a different question. Yeah, I don't leave people alone.
That part.
Like, if you want me to be comfortable with you identifying how you want to identify, then you have to be comfortable with me identifying how I want to identify. Don't force label me if you don't want me to force label you.
That part, yeah.
That's what I feel. Like, I wouldn't do that to somebody. If you was like, oh, I'm a woman. Child. Like, okay. He's like, who am I? So, yeah, that's how I feel.
So,
this is deadly, by the way. This little drink.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Oh. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things. How the rest of the song go? God damn.
That may be. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about. That's the chorus. Let's talk about. Da.
Everybody knows the song. Everybody. Okay, production assistant over there. No, I did not. Okay, what are we talking about?
Have you heard of diet dick?
Does it help me lose weight?
I would just say diet sex, but
can I lose weight from it?
I mean, I'm sure you can lose some calories in the midst of sex. But I was scrolling through whatever I was scrolling through, probably TikTok, because it takes up so many hours out of my day. But they were talking about diet dick, which is ultimately when you don't give, for men, when they don't give a woman 100% of their sex game.
Okay.
So, and vice versa, as a woman, we don't put in 100% in our sex game. Okay. Have you ever given or you know that you've received diet sex?
I don't even partake in that type of activity, honey.
What's the activity that you don't partake in?
The what we talking about? Okay, what? I'm sure at some point I would have gotten. But I don't know.
Okay, let's not talk about receiving, but giving.
Yeah, because niggas is crazy. And you can't be out here giving grade 8 to everybody.
How many sexual encounters do you determine? Well, not that you know, like, it's 5 times, but, like, when do you know that you finna be like, it's about to be 100%? I'm giving it all.
Me, I feel like that should depend on the person.
Okay.
Like, if I already know that I'm rocking with you and, like, either this been a long time coming or, like, I already know, like, this is a vibe. You're good. Like, why are we playing this stupid game? Okay, this is no appetizer, ain't no nothing. We're going straight in, full entree, dessert. We don't need all this other stuff.
I mean, I don't mind a little appetizer, entree,
I mean, in terms of, like, do I have to ease you into
after dinner cocktail?
I mean, all the time.
The recap.
I mean, in terms of, like, I don't need to ease you into that. Like, I don't have to, like, oh, let me hold back. No, I want you to get this full experience, okay? This is now a buffet. You're welcome.
Then they be having them like 8-course meals.
So you get the aperitif in the middle. I want an aperitif.
Yes. I want all my shit a la carte.
Like dim sum. Let me get 4 of them. Let me get 2 of it. Bring that whole cart back open. You know, but like if it's a matter of like, okay, maybe like it's cool. The vibe is there. I'm trying to see what's to this and like.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Don't let our first time be and I'm under the influence. Cause I can't tell you.
I'm not responsible for anything.
Cause what's happening?
I'm not responsible.
What is happening?
Whatever.
Whatever
It's
comes our way.
Whatever. I don't know what you want from me at that point. It could be everything, and I would be willing to oblige. But I feel like I don't. If it's a matter of like, okay, I know this is it is what it is. Like I've boxed you and compartmentalized you into a certain space, then you might get
be like, oops, I didn't mean to give you all that I gave you.
Yeah. And then as soon as that happened, you be like, dang, I fucked up. Because then that's when it be like, oh, why are you going crazy right now? Like, dang, chill out. Take the puss and leave. Like, why we got to act like this?
Take the puss and leave. It's this for me.
Take the puss and leave. Well, you don't have to do all of this. Like, you really, like, you don't have to do all of that. You be giving out, like, 100% all the time.
Who?
You, I'm asking. I'm asking. She'll said if you get 80, you.
They ain't saying all that. You know, it's some stuff that you just keep over here in the toolkit until it's time for you
There's some things
to have to bring stuff out.
Some stuff you're not getting.
I'm always very intrigued by the fact that people that like talk about like freaky, right? Like people that label things as freaky, and they be like, "Are you freaky?" And I be like, "What's considered to be freaky?" Because one, what are we, 12? Don't ask me this question. But also, not 12 because you shouldn't be fun. Let's say 16.
Are we young? Like,
are we young?
Being adult.
But also, like everybody level of freak is different. So what seems normal to one person may not.
I had somebody call me vanilla, and I said me. Me? Like.
It's me. It's the pure astonishment for me
because I wouldn't have I don't think that I'm
Is
like.
Is it vanilla or manila?
Vanilla.
Okay.
Vanilla, like it's basic.
I know, but I felt like I've heard manila before.
I don't. That might be referring to something else. I don't know.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
I was like, but to compare it to them, I guess I was, and I was like, I feel like you're using this term wrong because I don't really think like. It's my base level of stuff that I would be okay with. I don't think counts me towards being vanilla, but I'll take it. I'm vanilla for all y'all who are.
Such a prude.
Because that's nasty. Ill. No. Ill. But also, okay, hear me out.
I'm here.
I feel like more men need to use discretion and give out diet dick.
Okay.
Because I feel like men be out here, and I've had this conversation with like some of my male friends. They be out here like, I gotta be at the top of everybody's list, and I gotta give out grade A just in case to make sure that she come back. And you cannot do that with everybody. You cannot. You shouldn't want to do that with everybody.
No.
Like, I feel like for me, y'all should want to reserve your grade A expertise Wagyu style beef for the people who you actually rock with and feel like deserve that. Because
it's an ego thing for me.
Now you giving out Wagyu beef at McDonald's. It's stupid.
Men don't know how to. Some men
now you a drive-thru
don't know how to not.
You got a $5 big box that everybody can get, and ain't nothing special about this. There's,
that ego strong. They cannot not be number one. They cannot not be.
You could. You just don't want to not be.
Ego.
You don't even like them enough to be the. This
it don't matter. You like me enough.
That's what's crazy to me though. Like,
doesn't matter. They be like, but you like me enough.
This is
so therefore, because I know that you like me, that I can call you at a whim, and you're gonna be ready because you like me enough.
It's the I want to be able to call and get it when I want to type thing. That's what men do. And women be like, listen, no. Like, I don't want you to be able to call me.
I think it's that too, but I feel like, not all women. I know this is very subjective, but like, this and this sometimes is connected. So if here I don't fuck with you, she don't fuck with you. That's not for everybody. Some people can disconnect. And they can be like, I can still get off down here.
I feel like men be connected too. That's why it's so I gotta give A1 to everybody.
But the ego stands higher, though.
But that's what I'm saying. That's like, this all connected.
But you know what?
They just express it very differently.
So like, what's the difference between ego and pride? Because
pride is justified, I feel like.
I feel like men ride off their ego and we be like pride. Like we like, nah, you can't. You cannot. I will like.
Pride is a little bit, it's reason and rationale in between pride. Like it's something about it that is like, all right, like if we rock with each other a certain way, like you should stand on these values and principles. Like I shouldn't have to. Ego is like, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Which is why ego, like for men, You could give grade A dick to a bitch that you be like, I don't really like her. I don't even know why she calling me. I don't know what gave her the idea that I was gonna rock with her. Cause
y'all
you was
setting
out
yourself
here
up.
shooting the club up, okay? And now, you know, nothing. I'm getting a shot because that's crazy.
It's about time for a shot.
If you or someone you know has been given by a dick, please call 888-longstroke.com.
Wrong stroke.
All right, bro. Don't give me no diet dick. Don't play with me like that.
Or what did you say? Wrong stroke.
I don't know, girl. I don't know. Just call the number / website. Why I always give a number and a website?
Because that's what you're supposed to do.
But it be all in one. Just do it.
Wrongstroke.com.
Okay, just call. Okay, someone will come help you. Don't. That's petty. They be getting like I feel like. Anywho, come on. I'm just so annoyed because that just seems chaotic.
Let's take this shot.
I feel
Snake
like
bites. Ooh.
Clinkity Clank.
That was my song.
I'm not mad about it. And I feel like if you gotta give diet sex to somebody, you probably should just not have sex with them.
If you can't give it all you got,
Oh,
why
baby,
give it at all?
give it all to me, give it all, give it all. And if you can't, like, you should just.
Unless it's circumstantial, like we ain't in a space or time that we can give it a billion like that. That's
I mean, I don't feel like it's gonna be 100% all the time, but if in your head you're already like, nah, this person gonna let me pull back for I don't want you going crazy. Just don't do it. Probably, like, just don't do it. Please don't do it. Okay. I was just thinking about that. Okay, you had to go 4 shots on that one.
So it had happened after we recorded last week.
What happened?
I just wanted to know, because you know, Queen of Amazon shopping carts. How many folding chairs did you put
so you
in your
can get
cart?
a set on Amazon for like $170, and it's like 30, 40 chairs. Okay, they come in colors.
Ooh.
I'll drop the Amazon link. Okay, I'll get them below.
You can colorfully get your ass
colorfully get your ass beat in the color of
Montgomery red.
You know, bitch, you got me fucked up blue. Please, I like this for us. I feel like we should go ahead and maybe, because I never knew I loved folding chairs so much. I always thought it was just some spades. I didn't know it was weapons. I didn't know. Who knew?
So of course, at this point, everybody know about the Montgomery fade, the fade in the water, the Alabama
the
riverboat
sweet
brawl
tea party,
the sweet tea party, and whatever variation of name that you guys came up with.
The barbecue after that was amazing.
Listen, they ain't never been Cousin Pete more than that day. Everybody.
What's up, baby? How you listen, okay?
And
all the uncles was nice. Nobody was creepy that day. It was all
the
love
best
and unity.
part about it to me
was the white people getting their ass beat. Yes.
Okay. It was the unity of it all. I think that
the skip ups for me. Like
UNITY. It's that they.
Who you calling a nigga? Nobody again.
That poor security man was out here just trying to do his job. And them people,
he was doing his job.
He was like, no lie. He was doing his job. They was telling him they wasn't gonna move. He proceeded to move the boat for them because at the end of the day, y'all was wrongfully docked, and this boat has to be docked here. Like, it's what it is. And you
don't say this boat. The Harriet Tubman.
The Harriet Tubman.
The Harriet. Okay, was the name of this good boat.
Yes.
With our brother and sisters crossing the waters.
Had to be docked there, and it wasn't like it was a one-on-one fight. It's not like the one man ran up and was like, I'm going to defend my boat.
No.
It was the whole crew of them.
Like you thought you was
including said women that decided to jump on this one single solitary man. Okay? And
thought it was kosher.
And thought it was sweet. And when that boat finally docked, and them people tried to get on their boat.
The boat didn't need to dock.
Oh, you're right.
The boat didn't need to dock.
Because you had the 16-year-old, you know.
Michael Jackson Phelps.
Listen, Tremaine.
We got money on whatever scholarship you want.
First of all,
Aquaman, whatever scholarship you need. I don't care if your scholarship is to McDonald's University, baby. We is going as the aunties and uncles of the internet. We paying for you.
Oh, I heard that they had already sent him money. He sent back like, okay, I appreciate y'all, but like, stop, I guess. But like, they was doing what needed to be done for that young man, because that young man said, I cannot wait until this boat dock. What I'm going to do.
He's literally been waiting his whole life, 16 years. His whole 16 years of struggle. Shout out to his parents.
Yes.
Okay, they raised him as a good man. Is
he on the swim team, or did he just know how to swim? I was curious about that. But huh? It was like that man.
The hair.
It was take away. Okay, the swimming is one thing, but swimming exerts so much energy, and you still hopped out of the water and was like
the
ready.
Upper body strength. He said, "And we up."
Where is the energy? I'm taking a nap as soon as I got out the water. I don't understand.
I have been that excited since World Star Hip Hop started.
It was the what?
There was a video of somebody. It was a position to where he actually jumped off the boat and got in. I'm like, this is a beautiful sight.
Like, I don't know why.
It was the multiple angles. I felt like every hour I got online, it was a new angle.
And it was, because people was like, oh, hold on, we just had to get back to the Chargers. Baby, because it was, first of all, shout out to the two men who were already on the court. First of all,
it
we
is
had
a
special
fly.
guests. The flies is getting on our nerves, okay? I don't know if we'll get back to the fly pandemic. I digress. Okay, but it was like the two men who were already on the dock who was like not going. And I feel like in that moment when I first saw that, I was like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this day. Because we not finna record. We not finna be like, oh, this is so wrong. Stop. Yeah. No, y'all got us.
Because the last time people record, they died.
We see injustice.
Yep.
And therefore, we gonna bring justice. They was like, no, you got us fucked up. So we gonna come down here immediately. And they was like, move, bye. Yeah. So I'm just very excited. I feel like not since the beginning of World Star and Twitter have I ever been so excited to see people get hands put on them. And I want to also shout out to the aunties who was there, because them white women who really be trying to get away with them sneak hits and little kicks, and they was like, "No, sis."
It was that, you know what I think? It was that. I think at first glance, I thought it was just a bunch of strangers who was getting off to help, right? Mm-hmm. And although it was a couple people, most of them was like his coworkers. This was like his crew. These was like his people. They knew him, and they wasn't letting that stuff go down. And even though it took a minute before that boat to dock, right? Like they still, shirts was off before they got off.
They ran up like the Avengers. Okay, they came out.
Listen, okay. But I ain't gonna hold you. When a dude grabbed the chair, I was like,
What chair?
Well, I was like, oh, okay. And then I was in there like, oh, shoot. And they hit the lady. I was like, damn, he finna go to jail.
He was going to jail. But hear me out.
My emotion was like, dang it.
She didn't need to hit the lady. And I was like, I mean, he didn't. But she ain't had no problem hitting him in the head a couple times.
I was finna be like, what you mean?
In his mind, I feel like what happened is even though the women had came and got her off of him, he was like,
and you was one of them.
Yeah, like you was one of them too. But ain't no chair. Allegedly, there was a chair. He has not been arrested or convicted.
He was arrested.
We ain't seen no chair. Oh, because I ain't seen no chair. I ain't seen no black people involved in no altercation. I don't even know what it was a bunch of white people acting like true thugs and heathens. Mm-hmm. Okay, looking crazy with their old Crocs. I didn't know the Crocs.
Ooh, the way that man.
I think Crocs needs to go on a rebranding campaign at this point, because we thought your shoes were sturdy. The nurses all got them. You be running your errands. You can't run in them, baby. Don't do.
Put them in sport mode.
At all. At all.
Because
he needed to get them in protective mode, because.
Did you see that one of them made a video?
I don't know if that was truly them. If we talking about the same video.
Yeah, with the long hair.
Yeah.
I hope it was. It might not have been, but he was just like.
It was a video of I don't know if this was him either, but it was a video of the guy who came over, who was helping the security before the fight started, and when he was like, I was there, and he was like, don't be like mad at me, but he was just like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I'm like, they didn't, started doing. I'm trying to protect myself too, or whatever. I'm not sure if that was the actual person or just somebody, playing.
Why said this?
Yeah, I want to say he
was. What you go over there for? Don't
no, this was prior to the dude trying to fight him. Like, this was, in the earlier.
Oh, it was one of them that walked away. Like, he's on video. Like, he walked up the ramp, and they was like, get your people. And then it was a black man who was like, nah, let him go past. because he just walked away. I guess when the two of them, like when it was two of them that came over there going crazy, he just walked off.
It was the dude feeling the need to come and join in and like knee or uppercut, whatever he did. The dude is already beating this black man. Like his like, what are you doing? Like just what are you doing? Why did you feel the need?
Went up. It's going up on August 5th every year from now on. And then I was like reading. It's like the full circle of like ancestral lineage happening, because somebody had posted like a couple hours prior to that in the morning. It was like a group of black women that had went and did like a healing circle and ceremony there, because that was a site of where they did slave auctions. So they had like and I was like, so the aunties had did a healing circle and awakened the ancestors, and then the boat Harriet had pulled up to said dock. And then the cousins said, y'all got us fucked up, and my auntie and them said, run down on them niggas, and so
they did.
Fuck around and finding out on August 5th every year. I really appreciate that.
Every year.
I don't feel like I've watched violence. Is it really violence? Like the acts of okay, all right, a little prejudice. Because, you know, the white people, clearly violence, because you had no need to, like, I think the reason it is so, like, oh, it feels good, it's like vindication. Because y'all had no need to jump him.
None,
like, you had no
whatsoever.
need to put your hands on him. You had no need to especially jump him. Like, the fact that y'all
Let's
did
stop
that.
pretending like things are not racially motivated. And I just get so tired of people acting like y'all don't, people don't do certain...
One of them had the Confederate shirt on.
But no, I'm saying like, sure, people always like, why do you have to make everything about race? Because it literally is. Everything is somewhat about race. Like,
either... This is America?
This is America. Either, however you put it, it was comments, people being from like the UK and Britain, like, man, I ain't never been so proud, like, to even see that or whatever. It was a white woman on TikTok who was like, I don't wear the right jersey to have been in this particular space, but I agree that those people decided they needed to get their butt kicked. Like, how can I support you if this scenario come back up again? I don't want to get confused with the crew that I happen to have that jersey on, but that ain't really, I don't want to play for that team right now. Like,
you just gotta walk around with black pride.
And the comments was just like, videotape, talk to the police. Like, you know, do that type of stuff.
The people who need to get hit with chairs.
That part.
It's now the like surge of people getting hit with chairs.
I have a question. Because I think after all of that, my algorithm has me looking at everything like Karen related. And I really do have a question. What is it with people spitting on people? Because the way you gotta die,
let me tell you, that was the one thing. Shout out to my mama. The one thing that I didn't even have to explain if I got into a fight. I would not have to explain, apologize, or do nothing if you spit on me. If I was like, they spit on me, how bad did you beat their ass? Like, that's the way. It wasn't no, like, I needed no justification.
Because at what part do you sit and go, and like...
Because you got to hack that. You got to go deep, too.
Do you know how disrespectful and degrading that is, right? Like... I couldn't imagine. I promise you, I think I will go see Black. I think I will have an outer body experience.
I was gonna say, I don't think I wouldn't be me. Like, it would be like, I don't know. I
do not condone violence, but the way you about to be unalived for like, spitting on me.
You were here and then you weren't. The police would come and be like, so what are you talking about?
Temporary insanity. I'm about to go crazy.
I don't even know that I can plead temporary insanity. I don't know what you talking about. There is no variation of me. Okay, nobody on my board of directors, no personality knows what you talking about. Who is somebody not? They missing? They missing. Oh damn! What they do to me? They spit on me? What? Like I would be totally confused.
I promise you, the way my degree and my doctorate from criminal minds at SVU is university is gonna kick in. Like, do you know?
I don't know.
That you will not be found? Stop playing with me.
Mama ain't talked to them or nothing. Oh wow. How many times have they spit on people before? Was this?
You can't even hawk, and I promise you, gonna swallow it immediately. Immediately.
I feel like, cause even if like walking on the sidewalk, like you spit on the side. Even if you do that too close to me, You fuck around, get my shoe. You got me fucked up. Okay,
you know I got a good open toe.
like,
Listen.
yeah, what's wrong with you? Do that over there. Some ways in front or behind. Don't.
But no, you gotta be a real sick individual to even for that to be the first thing you think to do.
Cause that's really like. Because I feel like when you spit on somebody, you are intentionally.
Absolutely.
What's wrong with y'all? Why is your algorithm doing that to you?
I don't know. It is in full.
Why are you watching it? Why is your algorithm doing that to you? Why are you?
Okay, I think it started with that, and I think it also started with the black man who was trying to fish. You watched the videos, girl. We had a whole conversation about this. Oh my god. The black man with the residential pond
okay. Yeah, leave black people alone. I hope he get a sponsorship from like Dick's Sporting Good or who else sell fishing stuff. I don't know no other places sell fishing stuff, but leave people alone.
But I think that's what started corrupting my algorithm, and then I would watch stuff, and then it'd be like the police pullovers, and now some of them might be like, "Girl, you was wrong, so why you brought that upon yourself?"
My algorithm is like food.
I be that too.
Food, a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
A cartoon. That's it. I don't got nothing. I don't know. I be one of my algorithm crystals. I don't know. This is what the fuck my algorithm is.
So also in the world of fuck around and find out, that doctor who that had messed up the baby birth.
Okay, so tell
the
me,
way
this seems very triggering, and I ain't had looked at that online. So what has happened?
Okay, so this couple obviously went into labor, and they was in a hospital, and she was trying to push out this baby.
Okay,
and the baby wasn't, I guess. It got stuck, in the vagina, Okay. So it got stuck, and so this doctor was like pulling on like the head, trying to pull this baby in. Okay, so from there, because of that pulling, it started to like crush and snap or whatever. And instead of like knowing that this baby was like not coming out before you did that and going to like, let's have an emergency C-section, she thought that she can maneuver this baby out on her own. So finally, when she realized that she can't, they go emergency C-section, but they like not really talking to the parents, right? They like just doing shit. So they had this emergency C-section now where they pulled the other half of the baby out and the head didn't come out with it.
The head was already out, and they pulled the
Stop.
baby out.
I wasn't ready for this.
And I thought that this was some type of weird like internet joke. Like I was just like, what? This sounds crazy. But then they did like a whole interview, like well not interview, but like whole investigate and all this other stuff. They started talking about it.
They put the doctor's information.
Pause.
A
Y'all are
mess.
missing me saying that this is triggering. The baby's head came out one way.
And
The
I don't
body
know what
came
I'm talking
out.
about. Is the lady dead?
No,
What we talking about then? What?
they did the C-section.
I understand
And here's
what
the
you're
thing,
saying. Is
from-
the lady
If I'm getting this
unalive? This is I forgot I can't.
If-
say
About the doctor?
yes.
No.
No.
Okay.
If I'm getting this correctly, now I could be wrong, but the parents did not find out how their baby died until the morgue told them based on the funeral home. It was a funeral home.
Funeral home 3 days after the
So they didn't see the baby or nothing.
No.
Because that's okay. So why I was asking is
I
there's
think
like
they did.
there's medical decapitation where like the body is still together, but you have like removed the skull from the spine, and then there's like I cut it off. And I feel like if you cut what kind of strength was the fuck you using if you truly like took because you got to take skin and muscle and stuff, even though babies are very fragile. But even if it's medical decapitation, because then you could just pull the baby back up whatever way, and you wouldn't necessarily. I don't care either way. Why is the lady still walking around alive?
But not just the lady, that whole staff. Because you as a nurses who was in there knew what was happening. I didn't say nothing. And apparently they, this is what I heard. I'm not sure if it was.
That's what we heard was in the interview.
Okay. They wrapped the baby up like in a blanket and stuff and put it in the where you gonna see the baby doing the glass. So like you never got to take the baby up close.
Let me tell you the way I would go to the PA system to make a general announcement that y'all should leave this ward. If you are currently in labor, squeeze. Just let them get you to the other side the building, I'm finna blow this shit the fuck up. That's what the whole.
There's nothing that you can tell me that would make this make sense or make it all right. Like, you got to.
And that's a problem because with black women in labor, it's already like we have some of the highest, if not the highest, mortality rate when it comes to delivery. Part of which being because they do not listen to you when you're in the room delivering. They don't listen to you when you ask questions when it comes to like the health of your baby. They be like, we got it, you don't know what you're talking about. So that's already a concern.
It sucks that the doctor is a black lady.
They don't like
that
us
part.
either.
That part too.
Okay, they institutionalize a lot of times. Like, that's the problem. You can't even rely on just having a black staff because you're institutionalized to be conditioned to like, oh, black women don't know this. What the fuck would make you think that you could just go and by the head? Why would you even pull a baby by the head? Shout out to the lady who was my mama OB-GYN and my pediatrician, because I was not an easy birth. And they had to reach up there and turn me around and pull me a couple of times. My mama
Just the shoulders.
Post-service, yes. Well, I was going to sleep, actually. I was going to sleep, okay? I was in there, I was like, food, sleep, okay? That's how, y'all know the personality, don't act like that, okay? So they would keep having to, and then I would move down a little bit, and I would turn back over. So they literally had to go and like flip me continuously.
The
so
way I ain't never having no kid.
But that's why I'm also like, you know, the things that you can do. So
I mean, I understand. I'm just
not you. I
talking,
mean, like the fact that you would think to. Why would you bring this up? I want to talk about this. That lady should not be. Where she live at? They got her address and stuff. I'm just asking out of curiosity, not because I want to do anything to the lady. But
I feel like the world, the interwebs, found a way to find who they looking for at all times.
Because why would you, ma'am? I'm finna make you feel like you giving birth over and over again. You're not gonna play with me.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Because why would you? I'm tripping. That's fucked up. Because it was literally like the trauma of that family.
That part.
Like
that part.
And then for y'all to never say, y'all didn't even say shit.
And she had labor. She was in labor for like 10, 20 hours or something crazy. 10 hours. Then you gave me a C-section. So not only did you sadly lose your baby, you still messed up, like physically. Like you just,
every scar that you could have.
Man, dead ass.
You know, they should be on watch. Like I hope that somebody is there with them to like
make sure. Cause
the level of like, I'm really finna blow the hospital up. Like, this ain't no more maternity wing over here, baby. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
It was something we was talking about off air that you was like, wait, we're gonna talk about it on air.
Girl, now you know.
You remember?
If it didn't get rolled down. I remember one of them that y'all niggas know. Okay. The goddamn I'm Your Baby Tonight.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was.
As fucking X-Men. Befuddled is what I am. What is that?
So we was going down our old school musical bag, and I wanted to listen to I'm Your Baby Tonight. And I can't unhear that. So when Disney Plus first became a thing, I was like, oh, I get to go back and watch Original X-Men.
Which I appreciate you.
So I went to go watch Original X-Men, and as the intro came on, I immediately started singing, I'm Your Baby Tonight. And I was like, am I the only person who think this sounds like that?
I am confusion. I'm never like, wow, game changer.
Yeah.
Like, game changer. Now I wanna.
And so now I can't unhear either.
Why would you?
If I hear the X-Men, I'm gonna hear I'm Your Baby Tonight. When I hear I'm Your Baby Tonight, I hear X-Men.
Like in my head, it's like, and like it's the X-Men intro with all the cartoon, but then it's Whitney Houston. Like now I got a cartoon Whitney Houston standing on the sidewalk when they zoom around. I'm your baby, and it makes sense.
I'm your baby.
I don't. Why the hell would you figure that out? You. Oh, and we was talking about Michael Jackson lace fronts because, hey, this is a real conversation of like, where are the good wigs from back in the day? Like, who got them? Like Michael Jackson.
I was going to say specifically from Michael
Jackson. Okay. It was like Regine.
I think his is in a museum or something.
I about to say, I think his is in a museum. Now, Regine, on the other hand.
Regine had all the good wigs and the scarves. scarf game was crazy.
And dresses, mommy was hitting it. She was giving nanny before the nanny.
Did you see where they were like they actually had the same
Outfits on?
Like Fran had her outfits, I'm assuming, because
Mm-hmm.
first of all, you don't never want to give us credit. Just run up the fashion. She should have got a fashion award. Whoever did the dresses.
Is there a museum with like TV show stuff?
I don't know if there's a museum specifically too, but I know that's a music museum. I'm
You
finna
know,
say the
like
black.
all like the 80s,
Yeah.
90s, you know, show
I was
that
finna say.
classics.
I was about to say. I know there's like the black music, or maybe.
Depends on the history of that show.
Museum of Television.
But I feel like them sets. A lot of them sets still exist. They just be like over there.
I don't feel like Living Single set exists. I feel like they was like, y'all did too well, and they destroyed it. Because they brought out Friends.
They could have definitely bring back out. Y'all want to bring back everything else? I was watching Wonder Years the other day.
The new one?
Yeah.
I really like it.
I seen a couple of episodes. I hadn't watched in a while, and then when it was on, I was like, oh, this wasn't a bad show.
She'll finally got into anime, y'all. Let's talk about this.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Yay! It's one show. Don't get too excited, but we slowly weaning her.
My Happy Marriage. Is that what it's called?
My Happy Marriage.
Okay, because for some reason when I was told about it, I kept thinking morning. Don't know why I was like, My Happy Morning. But My Happy Marriage. And let me tell y'all, the only anime that I watch is Avatar The Last Airbender, and that's real 50-50 because some people consider it anime and some people don't. Don't know why. But
It's cartoon.
I watched this one. Only thing that I want is a little bit more dialogue. It is very straight to the point. But that's cool. But man, these people on here, they gotta be unalived.
We'll give y'all updates. It's a new episode coming out this week. We'll give y'all an update next week.
Come out on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's nice.
But thus far, it is about this family. And it's it's the daddy and his first daughter and the original mama, his first wife, gets unalived and he remarries and he has another daughter with this other wife, with the new wife. We don't like her. And then they was over here Cinderella in it because they like the second daughter more than like the first daughter. And they made the first daughter a servant. Like, how dare you? And, you know, they had arranged marriages and stuff. And so they had took the older daughter to send her off to get married because she ain't had these special powers that they thought she was going to have. And because the younger daughter did have these special powers, they were like, well, we will keep her because she going to get us all the bank. The bloodline finna run thick. And we finna keep her. And so the servant daughter that they had sent away ended up getting a better husband, though, right? And he got all the powers. He out here killing. Then Tweedly Lee was tearing stuff up.
What's it?
Tweedly Lee, okay? And they were like, oh, no, it was the second daughter. She was like, oh, no, she can't have him because I am the prize. And they had kidnapped the servant daughter. And the servant daughter was being held hostage and being tortured. And she was like, I ain't never going. I'm going to stay by my man. He loved me.
My man.
She was like, till my last breath, I will stay. Come on. Mio wasn't playing. And then they
I'm so excited that she's into this. Y'all don't know. Okay, go.
And then the assistant lady, Yuri, your real one. Listen, I am
Live
so
action
invested.
coming soon. By live action, I mean we gonna do the live action version of it. Don't worry, we got y'all.
Alright, sis. So talk about this drink. What we like, what we didn't like, what we giving it, what we doing.
I don't like living under your spotlight.
Woohoo! I don't like that song.
That's fair. I don't either, but if
It's because of band.
that makes sense. It ruins things.
Yeah, I also didn't like that song, and then the band played it, so it just made me really hate that song.
Ooh, okay.
Along with Fine.
I just don't like that song.
Fine. Right along with Just In Case, I'll make it home tonight. I don't like that one either. I'm also at the bartender. Ain't here.
Let me start having drinks.
Now hear me out. I like that song, but like it's triggering. It's triggering. Right along with and I actually do like the song, but they drive me crazy. Oh my God, what's the song? I feel like it's one of yours. Freak.
Ho.
No,
Freak, ho.
I can't think of it.
One
but
of my songs is
Yeah.
Oh
no. What band you heard play
First of
that?
all, we will never not like that. Hey, Plies, baby. How you doing?
It's a Plies song, I think. What's the big popular Plies song? Shawty. Yep, that is. No, this band played it to death, and I was like, I don't want to hear you. It took me 10 years to listen to it again. I don't know what y'all talking about. Right along with, this is probably the last one. Now, I do not, I feel like by black standards, I cannot not like this song. But boy, I promise you I don't listen to it on my own.
Whoa, no.
Pretty Brown Eyes. Sorry. Band ruined songs for me. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Kind of. Okay. I mean, all right. Also, this is very random. Plies' infatuation with Britney Spears really makes me very happy. Okay, it makes me so happy. He be like, "Oh, look at her." Plies, I love you. You don't even know.
Why her panties be so?
Cause that's just how her body shape is. She buy the low rise panties. I don't know why y'all ain't figured this out yet. It's like when we used to have the low rise jeans and we swore we're never gonna wear again. She didn't sweat that. She didn't agree to that at all. She said, no, my closet will remain the same.
All right, no. So what are we giving this?
What I was gonna say is that I don't like the fact that this is a lot of liquor here, but it tastes like juice.
Mm-hmm.
And you know I love grapefruit juice, so that's even worse because I just want to drink it all day. I don't think that's safe. You can be responsible for me. I'm now your responsibility.
I don't know what you're doing now.
And then, but yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
Okay.
4.5.
I was giving it a 4.5 as well.
Yay.
I'm missing something.
Yeah, like it's a little something.
But I think every time we say I miss something, it's always citrus. It's always a citrus. But grapefruit is citrus. Yeah, but I think it'd be like the lime lemon effect of something.
We want a little on there.
Yeah,
it might be bitter. It might be a little bitter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love it. I'm gonna go drink some more of it. That's nice. Be ready to make some more. Outside of that, like, comment, subscribe, share, follow us on all things below. We're also available for audio in case y'all don't like video. I don't know why you want to see our faces, but okay, I guess. But yeah, make sure you follow, subscribe.
Spotify, Apple, Google.
Yeah.
Okay, iHeart.
Yep.
iHeart.
All your favorite streaming.
Anywhere
things.
that you can like listen to a podcast, we there.
But go subscribe on YouTube first and then go over there and do about your business. Anything else?
No.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Deuces.
But I need everything to not be on stream because I don't know what makes y'all think that I want to subscribe to every single streaming service that exists.
You know what? I need people to also stop blaming Tubi for BET Plus movies. Okay, that's what y'all gonna stop.
Because also, if I have BET, why shouldn't I have BET Plus? Why I gotta pay extra and I already got BET?
Because BET come with your cable, and BET Plus is where Tyler Perry makes his money.
This is true.
Okay.
This is true, but like
y'all don't know how streaming works.
Come on, you know you can't miss the good stuff. Never know when they gonna happen.
No, that's fair. And I am telling you,
hi.
Have to go.
You want to do this again?
You're the
Yes, I have to. I forgot my tambourine. Goddamn it.
You forget it every time too.
I know.
All right, who going first? What's this?